Recording is on.
All right, looks like we're recording. Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Yoga for Aging Strong. And we are focusing a little bit on a body part called the IT band or illio-tibial band. So the ilium is up here on the hip, and the tibia is the lower leg. So this band connects all the way along the outside of the thigh. It helps us to stabilize our hip, and it is a really strong, fibrous tissue. It gets tight a lot, and if we get tight, sometimes we can feel pain at the hip or at the attachment just below the outside of the knee. So we'll be spending some time gently stretching that area today. So come to your mat, standing in mountain. Draw the shoulders back and down. Find your really good posture. And turn your palms forward. Glue your shoulder blades really tightly together. Soften your knees. And we'll just hinge forward just a little bit without changing the position of the upper body. And then pull back up and lift the heart upward to the sky. So really important that we have a little bend in our knees when we do this. We're not coming really low. So in the strength training world, this is like a deadlift. So we're hinging forward from the hips with a neutral spine, and then coming up, squeezing the glutes. Now my arms aren't moving, so they're going along with me. So everything is really stable in the back of the shoulders and the triceps. And two more, hinge. Think about your neutral head position. And one more, hinge. And come up. Good. Soften and relax the arms next to the sides of the body. Let's step out wide. We'll just start to move fluidly with a little bit of Tai Chi inspired movement, just to begin to center the mind and the body. So one knee is bending as we shift our body weight to that side, as the arms drift across the front of us. We're warming up the shoulders. We start to turn the spine, as well as the head from side to side. Notice your ankles here. We have some flexion in the ankles. We have flexion in the knees. And then notice your hips as we're moving a little bit into abduction and adduction of the thighs. And a soft flowing breath, two more each direction. One more each side. Let this calm the mind as well as the body. Then shift over to the right. Let the thighs just gently, or hands gently relax to the thigh. We'll lift the toes up on that left leg and relax the toes down. And lift and lower. Abs are engaged, shoulders are back. We're just gently supporting here. Chest is up, so we're not really folded way over that leg. And this is dorsiflexion as we pull the toes up. We're strengthening the muscles of the shin, as well as stretching through the plantar fascia, through the calf and the Achilles tendon. One more time, lift and lower. Good, let's trace across to the other side. Plant the hands here to support and lift, lower. So check the alignment of this knee. You want it tracking right over the center of the foot. Both feet are slightly turned out with that separation of the legs. So this leg is working through stability, isometrically firing those muscles. And we go through a really nice range of motion on that dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. Good, 2 more. And 1. Good, let's slide right into the center, bend both knees, place the hands on the thighs. We'll do a standing cat stretch. So start to tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, open up the lumbar spine, looking toward the belly. Take a full exhalation. Then inhale to standing cow. Let your belly sink down, your tailbone lift behind you. The head comes a little bit higher than neutral, but we don't want to really throw our head back. So we're just extending the front of the throat. A big inhale. Then exhale to standing cat, tuck. Exhale or inhale to standing cow. Breathe in. Exhale cat. Inhale cow. Then just exhale to neutral. So nice neutral spine here. Engage your abs. Rotate your right shoulder down, but look toward the floor. So you're looking toward that shoulder. And then rotate the other shoulder down. I just got a message from Liz. She doesn't have any video on her end. Does anybody else want to text me to see if that's an issue with anybody else? Or if it's just on Liz's end? Just keep dropping the shoulder side to side as I find out here if there's, maybe Liz, if you can disconnect and reconnect. 1 more each side. Then we'll inhale to the neutral. Exhale cat and round all the way up. Judith has video. Okay, thank you, Judith. Esther says video is not an issue. Let's come up to 5-pointed star. Really reach, extend through the fingertips. From 5-pointed star, we'll bend the knees into goddess squat. The elbows come down 90 degrees and we flex the wrists, just as if you're holding on to something heavy. Inhale, reach up, 5-pointed star, stretch from the core out 5 directions. Exhale, goddess squat. Check the alignment of the knees. So the 5 points, of course, are 2 hands, 2 feet, and the crown of the head. So from the center of the body, reach out all 5 directions. Extend through the crown of the head. And exhale. 2 more. Breathe, 5-pointed star. One more. And then we'll hold. Now press your shoulder blades down so we're not shrugging up. Really find your lat muscles. Pull the shoulder blades back. Gently engage the abdominals. Slightly tuck the tailbone. Flex the wrists so you feel the forearms working. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Inhale, stretch up, 5-pointed star. Let the arms just lower next to the sides of the body as we exhale. Excellent. Okay, opportunity to have light weights. I'm going to choose my 3-pounders as we revisit some of these poses that we have just done in our warm-up phase. So we'll bring our feet to mountain, either nice and tight together or slightly separated. Arms are back with the palms facing forward. Soften your knees and we'll hinge. Feel your triceps now working. And come up. Let me just check my watch here for another message. Okay, I'm so sorry, Liz, that you're having struggles here this morning. I hope you can continue to stay in class. If not, we'll have that recording there for you. Hinge. Really stabilize your shoulders. Now, not very much weight with this. 3 more. Neutral head position. Pull up, squeeze the glutes, hamstrings engaged. 2 more. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. 1 more time. Good. Relax the arms. Step out wide. We're just going to bring the weights across the front and the other side. So if you're choosing not to use that resistance, it's okay. It's the same thing that we did with our warm-up movement. Just giving our shoulders a little bit more resistance to strengthen without straining. Bending one knee side to side, working the quads and glutes. Now, next time we come to the right, we'll hold there. And then combine your weights together in the left hand. Support here on the right leg. We'll reach down toward the earth and just pull the elbow up and rotate, look toward the sky. Reach down. Pull up. So we're rotating through the torso, so we're working our back muscles, our obliques, as well as the upper back muscles, shoulders, biceps. This helps us to build strong postural alignment. The movement is slow and controlled. We have isometric in the right leg. 1 more time. Reach. Pull up. And then press up into that standing leg, switching hands. Shift over to the left side support. Reach down. I'm just coming about to the level of my knee and then pulling up and twisting. So my body's not really coming up and down much. I'm rotating on my axis. Looking down toward the earth and then rotating the chin up to the sky. Really control the negative aspect of this exercise. So as the weights are coming toward earth, we're pulling back, resisting. Make sure the shoulder blade isn't elevating. 2 more on this side. Good. 1 more time. And then press up out of that leg. Now, with or without the weights, reach up to 5-pointed star. Stretch. Sink into goddess squat. So we just have a little bit of extra weight here to work with the shoulders. Reach up, 5-pointed star. And come down. Now, if the weight bothers your shoulders to reach up into 5-pointed star, just keep the weights here and straighten your legs and bend your knees. Just come in and out of goddess squat. Inhaling to come up. Exhale to sink. 3 more. Explore your range of motion. Maybe explore the width of your feet. 2 more. Last one. Hold your goddess squat. So keep the legs stable, keep the arms stable, and we'll side bend to the right. Pull up. Side bend toward the left. So we can keep the arms really still, or we can extend the arm up toward the sky, bring it down, and extend the other arm up. Isometrics in the legs, so good. Might be starting to feel a little shaking in the muscle now. 1 more each direction. Back in, pause, hold, and breathe. Press up out of the legs, 5-pointed star, reach, and let the arms float down very carefully. Great, all right, let's step toward the front of the mat. I have a chair as an option to use for balance. I'm just gonna put my weights on the chair for now. Take a nice step forward with the right foot, left foot back, a little bit of turnout in the ankle. I'm going to bring the arms behind us and hinge forward into pyramid pose and pull it up. Now, when we get to the top, I want you to do that little pelvic tilt that we did a couple of weeks ago, where you tuck the pelvis under and you feel a stretch in the front of the left hip. So we'll inhale, coming down. Exhale, coming up. Now inhale, coming down. Bend and straighten the elbows 1 time. So slowly bend, straighten back up, and then pull up, tightening and tucking that left glute and pelvis. We'll practice 1 more. Feeling a stretch in your hamstring, bend and straighten the elbows, and bring it up. Okay, option to add weights to this progression. So arms are back, shoulder blades glued toward one another. A little micro bend in the front knee. We hinge, bend and straighten, pull up, and slightly tuck the pelvis posterior. And again, forward. Bend and straighten. Pull up, pull, pull, pull. Tighten the glute, tuck. 3 more for 5 with the weights. Now with 3 pounds, I'm really feeling this. It's really intense in the back of the upper arm and shoulders. So again, without weight, it's just fine. 2 more. Slow is key. One more time. And pull up, up, up. Great. Now slightly soften that front knee as we reach toward the chair to use for balance. You can set your weights right on top and lift our back foot off the floor for warrior 3. So we are going to either keep both hands on the chair lightly. We can take the right arm forward for a standing bird dog, or we can try taking both hands off the chair. So you are wherever you are today, and that is absolutely fine. Breathe. Two more breaths. Good. We'll lower that leg back down and straighten out the front leg, coming into a deeper pyramid stretch. Now really try to level your pelvis across and sink down anywhere you feel comfortable. I like to use my hand weights as blocks sometimes. I can place them down here on the floor and support. 3 breaths. Now bring your hands back up on the chair if they're low to the floor. If we add a twist to this, we're going to be able to stretch that right leg IT band. So let's just put our right hand to our hip and start to turn toward the right. We can also lift the arm if that feels comfortable for the shoulder. Take 3 breaths here. So this is our revolved triangle. I'm also feeling a nice big stretch in my left calf. Great, let's lower down. Soften that front knee and rise up. Maybe lift and stretch here, a little short stance warrior 1 or palms to heart center. Tighten the back glutes, slightly tuck the pelvis. And then we'll switch our legs. Left foot is in front, right foot is back with a slight turn out. Front leg is straight, arms by your sides. Pull your shoulder blades back, lengthen, hinge forward. Bend and straighten the elbows. And pull up, then tighten your right glute and slightly tuck the tailbone under that pelvic tilt. Now you can keep going without the use of weights. Still so much benefit here. Or we can collect our weights, going slow, shoulder blades back, hinge. Bend and straighten, slow. Pull up. Tuck the pelvis, tighten the right glute, shoulder blades back. 4 more. God, my arms are really feeling this by this second set of these. Try not to rush. Slow gives us the benefit. Good. Remember each piece 2 more times. Strong core. Feel a stretch down the back of the left leg. Bend and straighten for your tricep movement. And then pull up, tucking that tailbone under, stretching through the right hip flexor. 1 more. And pull up. Good. All right. We'll shift the weights forward onto the chair, using it for balance as we lift up into our warrior 3. So before you let go of your hands at all, check your alignment. From the crown of your head through the tailbone, Your leg doesn't have to be all the way up. It can be lower, but try to level off your pelvis. Maybe you can lift your left hand up, standing bird dog, or maybe both hands can come up. 5 breaths. Just using the chair as much as you need. Challenge yourself. Beautiful. Let's let that back foot settle back toward the earth. Planting the heel, straightening both legs. We'll sink down into our pyramid stretch. I'm going to bring my weights with me to use as blocks. Then we'll start to bring this into the illio-tibial band just a bit. So if you're reaching toward the floor, you can come back. So hands are up on the chair. Bring your left hand to your hip and then rotate your spine, turning to the left, or maybe reach that left arm high. Feel this in the outside of your left hip in that IT band. And if you're not really tight in the IT band, you might say, well, I'm not feeling too much. That's okay. It doesn't always have to be a really intense stretch. One more breath. And then lower down. Bend that front knee a bit and rise up to warrior one, short stance. Arms can lift or palms can press to heart center. Tighten the back glutes, slightly tuck the tailbone, that pelvic tilt, opening up the hip flexor. One more breath. Then using the chair or the mat, let's come down into a down dog. So we'll place our hands either on the chair itself and walk the feet back, or down to the mat, walk the feet back, and stretch the posterior chain. Now, if the hamstrings are really tight, tuck the tailbone just a little and bend your knees. If your hamstrings are lengthened and nice and stretchy, then straighten your legs and tip your tailbone to the sky. So the tuck of the pelvis definitely makes a difference in the degree of stretch that we feel. 2 more breaths. And then we'll step our feet back toward the top of our mat, staying in our forward fold for a couple of breaths. Hands can support on the shins or the chair. So same thing here. If hamstrings are tight, let your knees bend a little bit or straighten them out. You can come up higher. 2 more breaths. And then start to bend your knees really deeply. Bring the palms to your heart and sink into Utkatasana, chair pose. Now, if you need some help with balance, you can have your chair in front of you or walk to the wall or challenge your balance not having any aids. So we're just going to shift our body weight over to our left foot and pick up our right heel. If that feels okay, pick up your right foot. Set it back down. We're still in chair. Shift your body weight over to your right leg. Pick up your left heel or your left foot. We'll do 2 more of these on each side. Shifting to the left side, pick up the right heel or the right foot. Place that foot down. Shift to the right leg, pick up the left heel or the left foot. 1 more each side. You're taking your level of balance that suits your body. Last time, shifting to the right, picking up the left heel or the left foot. Placing the foot down, hold your chair pose, 3 breaths. Maybe sink a little deeper, drop your shoulder blades down. Neutral spine from tailbone through the crown of the head. And press up, mountain pose. Shoulder blades back. Beautiful. So I'd like for you to collect your yoga strap. And we are going to do an IT band stretch using the chair. And then eventually we'll do it a little bit later toward ends of class on the floor. But if you want to sit down on the floor now, you can do that as well. It's just nice to have this option seated in the chair. So have a seat. And then we're going to let the left leg kind of slide down somewhat and bring the strap under the bottom of the right foot. And then extend your leg out and lift it up. So sit tall. Now you can also lean back a little bit to connect with your core. So let's just hold this momentarily to make sure it feels comfortable for you. Let the strap out as far as you can go so you can get your legs straight. But we want to try to have it above the level of this leg because we're going to take the leg across to the left. So hold on to your strap with the left hand. You can hold on to the chair with your right to keep you stable, and we'll pull the leg across to the left side. Wow, really great IT band stretch. Now we can also turn our torso to the right. So I'm twisting my chest over to the right side while I'm pulling the leg over to the left. We can also try turning the foot inward. We'll get that stretch a little bit along the peroneus longus. 2 more breaths, sit up a little taller. Draw that leg across a little deeper. Okay, bring the torso back to the center. And the leg comes back to center. And relax it down. Good, let's try it on the other side. Yoga strap is under the bottom of your left foot. Lean back a little bit and let's lift the leg up. Just hold here. Now strap is in the right hand as we take the leg across. Ooh, we should feel that right down the outside of that left IT band. And then we can turn our torso toward the left, adding our twist. Can even bring that arm up a little bit. So when we get to this later in class down on the floor, I want you to feel comfortable to just use your chair again. You've seen it once, so you know how it goes, and you don't have to go to the floor. Lengthen that spine a little longer. Stretch a little deeper. 2 more breaths. Good. Come back to center. Bring the leg to center as well. And release the strap down. Beautiful. We'll stand back up using the chair for standing bird dog again, or you can come down to hands and knees. So 2 choices here, either hands and feet or hands and knees. And we're going to take the right leg straight back in that warrior 1 position again, warrior 3, or down on your left knee. And we'll bring that right knee into the chest, rounding the back up into cat. And then press it back. Keep your knee bent and push your heel up to the ceiling, tightening the buttocks muscle. Bring the knee forward, round your back like a cat. Press it back. Push your heel up to the ceiling. Let's do 1 more. The knee comes in. We press that heel up. And let's do 10 small presses up to the ceiling. Push. 10. 9. You can take your left hand off the chair or the floor. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold the heel up. Let the hand come down and the leg come down as well. And then we'll take either a child's pose if you're on the mat or a little down dog if you're using your chair. All right, let's move into the other side. So we're standing on the right foot. We have the left leg extended back. Inhale. Exhale, pull the knee in as we round up into cat. Then keep the knee bent as we take the leg back and push the heel up to the ceiling, tightening the glute. Exhale, knee comes to chest. And bring it in, pull it up, push. 1 more. Now keep the abs engaged so you're not doing a big back bend when you push that leg up. You're keeping the core firm, hold it up. 10 pushes toward the ceiling. 10. 9. You can release the right hand. 8. 7. Balance and glute strength. 6. Quad and core control. 4. 3. 2. Hold it up. Lower the hand. Lower the leg. Take child's pose or down dog if you're using the chair. Good. All right, we're going to do that IT band stretch again. Your next option is to come down to the floor for that. Drop your hands down and then drop your knees down to the mat. Then shift over to a seated position. And using that chair is just fine here as well. So we'll do the right side first again. So taking the strap under the bottom of your right foot. We will tuck our left leg slightly under. So I'm opening this hip out to the side a bit. I have the strap in my left hand. I'm going to lean back a little bit and lift this leg up off the floor. So we did the same thing sitting in the chair. Activate your core. Then with this left hand, we're going to bring the leg across. IT band stretches. And then rotate your right shoulder back. I don't have room to open my arm up behind me with the screen here, but you can open your arm way behind your body. So we'll get most of the effectiveness of this if we have our legs straight. So let that strap out if you need to, a little bit more to get your legs straight. If you don't need the strap, you can actually hold on to the bottom of the foot. Let's take 3 more breaths here. In that IT band stretch, looking to the right. Bring the core back to neutral. Bring the leg back to the center line and relax the foot down. Excellent. Let's switch. This is our second of 3 IT band stretches today. So hopefully on each one we'll be able to increase that stretch just a little bit. So we have the left leg extended out. We're holding the strap with the right hand. We're going to lift that leg and lean back a little. It's almost like doing boat pose. I do want you to have your core engaged. Nice neutral spine, lengthen up, shoulder blades down. Pull the leg across. Good. Adding your twist to the left. Now try to tighten this left quadricep. So tense up that muscle. It's going to help you feel this a little bit more in your hamstring and release and relax that muscle. Keep pulling across with the right arm to get that IT band stretching. Good. 3 more breaths. One more breath. Bring the torso back to the center line. And then the leg comes to the center. We bend the knee and relax the yoga strap, but have it close by. When we get to our third stretch for the IT band, it will be laying on our back. But again, you have the choice of chair or sitting on the floor or laying on your back. But let's come to our backs now. And we are going to work the glutes. Rolling down. Now, if you want to add any weights to this sequence, you can. I'm just going to focus on the lower body here, but you can pick up some of your weights and do anything you'd like here to add upper body strengthening. So I'd like for you to bring your feet fairly close together, not quite touching, but not wide. So I want you to have a pretty narrow base of support. And we're just going to lift our hips up into a baby bridge, just a few inches off the floor. And then we'll march our bridge. So just a small amount, we pick one foot up off the floor, we set it down. We lift the other foot, we set it down. And we march and march. So a pretty good tempo here. And our goal is to shift the work from one leg to the other while we're keeping our pelvis nice and stable. If it's difficult to march your bridge, just hold your bridge. 5 more on each leg. 10, 9, 8, 7. Relax the shoulders and neck. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the hips all the way down. Let's draw the knees to the chest. Beautiful. So we'll do a second set with a little bit more of an advanced option. So feet are closer together. This is a march and a kick or a leg extension. So once we come up into our bridge, we'll lift the right leg and straighten it any amount. Then set it back down. Left leg and straighten. And down. Right leg and straighten. And down. Left leg and straighten. Good. Picking any of the other options as well. Bridge doesn't have to be high. It's just enough to activate the glutes. 5 more each leg, or a total of 10. 9, 8. Check your hips, make sure they're level. 7. Maybe not using your hands on the mat. 6. 5. Leg doesn't have to be high. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And roll down from that bridge. Hug knees back up to the chest. You can rock a little side to side or circle the knees just for a little bit of a lower back release. Okay, we're going to do our third IT band stretch. So we need our yoga strap under the bottom of the right foot. So your left leg can stay bent with your foot on the mat if you're feeling any tension in your lower back. Otherwise, you can slide that leg out and lengthen it so you can get a nice stretch in your left hip flexor. So our goal is to get this leg as straight as we can and hold your yoga strap in the left hand. Now keep your shoulder blades and your hips down on the mat, and we're just going to pull the leg across. We're not going to add a twist when we're laying on our back. It's just the leg coming across. We can also rotate the foot inward to stretch through the outside of the lower leg through the peroneus longus. And let's just breathe and soften. Now you might be able to play with this a little bit and say, well, if I lower my leg a little, I might feel it a little more. Or if I elevate my leg a little, might feel it a little more. So try to find a sweet spot there for that stretch. And let's stay here another 5 slow breaths. I'd like to get another 30 seconds here. Great, let's bring that leg back to the midline. And then rebend the knee, releasing the yoga strap. Now before we switch sides, let's bring your feet a little wider than hips distance apart and your knees, and let's do a little windshield wiper. So you'll drop both knees to the right and both knees to the left. Just nice rhythmical movement in the hips. Great. All right, let's go into the strap with the left foot. Option to slide the right leg out along the mat. So no real big rush to get into the stretch. I want you to find the length of your hamstring, holding the strap in the right hand. Keep your shoulder blades and your pelvis level on the floor, and just barely take that left leg across the midline until you feel the IT band. And sometimes this can be really intense. We can turn the foot in, another really intense stretch. And let's relax and breathe. Just check your body from head to toe to make sure you're not gripping anywhere. Usual suspects, sometimes we shrug our shoulders up to tense, sometimes we clench our teeth or we squint our eyes. So just relax your face, your neck, your shoulders, and bring your awareness to the IT band. 5 more slow breaths. Good. Bring that leg back to neutral. Pause there for a moment. And release the strap. One more set of windshield wipers, nice and easy. Separate the feet and the knees and drop from side to side. And this one, you can let your pelvis come up. So we're going to be coming up to a seated position for a butterfly stretch, a nice hip opener. And your option will be to have your very light band with you. So take your time to come up to seated. If you need to sit on a little blanket or come up to your chair, that's okay as well. And bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open. So the movement that we're going to do with our optional band is we'll have that around the wrists. So I just want you to slide your hands through the band. We're going to keep our arms fairly low and just open and close. Now without the band is just fine. Just press your arms away from each other and close in. Good. One more. Now just slightly lift the arms a little higher, enough to clear the top of your knees. We'll turn to the right. Open the arms. Close. Turn to the left and have a little bit of tension on the band at all times. Open. Close. Turn to the right. Keep the spine long. Open. Close. Turn left. Using your core to provide that rotation. Open. Close. Two more each side. Find a really good range in your rotation. Then exhale. Open. Close. And turn. Open. One more each side. Take a big breath in. Then exhale, open. Close. Breathe in. Breathe out, open. And close. Come back to the center. Release the band. Beautiful. Stay in your stretch. We'll bring the right arm across the front. Either hold it in with the opposite hand, or we can lace the elbow underneath, or we can wrap into eagle, but your hands are over to the left side. So we're stretching through that right shoulder, right deltoid, right upper back. Relax your inner thighs and hips. If you'd like to lean forward a little bit, you can take a little bit of a forward flexion, feeling that stretch through the lumbar spine. And come back up. Beautiful. Unravel the arms, open and take a chest expansion. And exhale, bring that left arm across. Either hold it here, this is great, or tuck the elbow under, or interlace the hands, bringing the elbows off to the right side. Relax your shoulder blade down, so try not to shrug up. Option to shift forward. Now just barely tighten your glutes, like you're going to press your legs open a little more, coming into that reciprocal inhibition. And we'll come back up. Unwrap the arms, chest expansion, open. then lower the right arm down. We'll take a side stretch. Try not to rock onto your right sitting bone. So keep your left one down. You can look down toward the floor. You can look up toward the sky. Just enjoy a nice side bend here. And then other direction. Open up the right side ribs. Keep your right sitting bone down. Breathing. And inhale, come up. Close the knees in, but separate your feet a little wider than hips distance. And we're going to do one more set of windshield wipers here. So hands can be behind you to support. And we'll drop the knees to the right and the left and the right. This is a nice little gentle twist with a hip flexor release. Good. One more each side. And find a nice simple cross-leg pose to close our practice today. Hands can be on the knees with a long spine. Eyes are closed as we come inside. Just bring your awareness to how your body's feeling in this moment after your practice. Maybe how your hip flexors feel, your IT band, your glutes, the shoulders, the spine, the many areas we focused on today. And just tip your right ear toward the right shoulder to lengthen the left side of the neck. Then slowly roll the chin down toward the chest. Roll the head to the left. Then just come to neutral and we'll reverse that. So drop the left ear, left shoulder. Roll the chin down toward the chest. Right ear, right shoulder. And come up. Good. Let's press the palms at heart center in our Anjali Mudra. This represents honor and gratitude. And we pause here to celebrate our hard work today, our dedication to the LisaBug community, to this programming that serves our spirit, mind, and body. And the light that resides within me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to shut up our Jitsi recording. If my screen goes black, it'll take me about 30 seconds to get into the back room on my other device to jump on for our chat today. If you can't stay, I hope you enjoyed class. Send me a little message and let me know how you did today, and I'll see you next week. Oh, that was the wrong button. All right, there we go. Stop recording.